Welcome to the school committee meeting on Friday, September 29th, 2023. It's 4:32. We call it to order. We are doing this remotely and it is being recorded. We have one topic on the agenda, the Hopkins construction project. Do we need discussion on this, Dr. Kavanaugh? Do you want to give it some framing?
So I don't necessarily know how much discussion you need to have on it, because I know that you have quasi voted this before. But maybe Mrs. Rotherman can explain why we're voting it a second time.
Yeah, and I'm going to change one word of the motion. So legal counsel does not seem to like the word recommend. So we need to show legal counsel that the school committee has actually authorized. The motion is to authorize the school committee to enter into a contract with a CM at risk. So the word recommend, legal counsel didn't seem to like. So if we can change that to authorize, and that was kind of the wording that we used in the last meeting. So these minutes will then go with a certification by legal counsel that the school committee is the authority to enter into this contract. They will be the party of the contract, and that gets submitted to the Inspector General's office. It's all part of the process of using a CM at risk.
And I believe that Georgette sent me the appropriate language this afternoon, which I did forward to Amanda. I don't know if the whole committee, if it's on the live agenda that's available, that people might have, or if Amanda's the only other one besides me that has it.
You're muted, Amanda.
Do we have to do both parts A and B of the agenda, right? There are two. So I have the motion for both of those.
Yes.
Recognizing that in the first motion, we want to swap out the wording from recommend to authorize. So I do have that. Do the rest of us need it, or can I read it?
Yeah, read the motion so that we know what it is.
Okay.
You can read it and then somebody can say so moved.
Yes.
Yeah, nobody else has to.
Yeah, I think because of the open meeting, I think you have to read what the motion is.
Yes. No, I'm yeah. I just want to make sure we want to have a discussion first. I think we're all pretty clear on what this is, and we already really voted it intentionally. So, okay. So the Hopkins construction project. The motion is moved to authorize the school committee to enter into a contract with a construction manager at risk firm for the Hopkins school renovation project.
Somebody says so moved.
Right. Ms. Rothmick, is that an appropriate wording?
That is correct. Authorize as opposed to recommend. So
we're authorizing the school committee to enter. Yeah. Okay. So move to authorize the school committee to enter into a contract with a construction manager at risk firm for the Hopkins school renovation project. Does anyone want to make that motion?
So moved.
Okay. Motion by Holly. Second by Adam. We need to do a roll call vote because we are remote. Adam, how do you?
Aye.
Holly?
Yeah.
Nancy?
Yes.
Susan?
Yes.
And I'm an aye as well, so that passes unanimously. On the second part, part B, the Hopkins construction project, the motion is move to authorize the clerk secretary to provide a certification to council prior to formal approval of the minutes of September 29th, 2023, authorizing the school committee to enter into a contract with a construction manager at risk firm for the Hopkins school addition by voting and passing with a majority vote.
So I had a question on that, which is that we don't have a clerk secretary position. And I just asking if, from legal perspective, if we need to insert something else, either authorize somebody on the committee or authorize the superintendent or her designee or somebody in particular since the clerk secretary wouldn't have specific meaning in our case. Does that make sense? I guess, I don't know if it was Susan or Carol who was dealing with legal over this.
Yeah, so this came from an email from council. So I guess the question is, we have the school committee, no one actually takes notes, but Georgette actually listens to a transcription.
Right, but some school committees have actually a designated clerk or secretary as an officer
Correct.
position.
Right, right.
Uh,
Do we call Georgette anything in particular for doing the minutes?
Not that I am aware of. I don't know.
Is it,
Carol, do you have a recollection when Georgette started doing the minutes, if we gave her a specific title regarding that?
I don't know that, but I do know that she serves as secretary to me and secretary to you.
I wonder if we can move to authorize our chair. It's to provide certification to council. So I'm wondering if there's a signature involved on a revised minutes. So if that is the case, I'm wondering if we can change from clerk secretary to the chair, the school committee chair, to authorize, to provide that certification, because it is our school committee chair who does sign for
I
us.
sign the minutes, right?
You sign out everything. So
Yeah.
I think I would feel comfortable with the school committee chair. It keeps it as an agent of this body officially.
I believe council would accept that.
Okay, let me read a revised motion. Okay. Move to authorize the school committee chair to provide a certification to council prior to formal approval of the minutes of September 29th, 2023, authorizing the school committee to enter into a contract with the construction manager at risk firm for the Hopkins School addition by voting and passing with a majority unanimous vote.
so moved?
It's a motion by Adam,
Second.
second by Susan, and we do need a roll call vote. Adam?
Aye.
Holly?
Yes.
Nancy?
Yes.
Susan?
Yes.
And I'm an aye. That passes unanimously, 5 in favor. I think that is all the business I have on the agenda. Is there anything else we need to cover?
I think just adjournment.
Motion to adjourn?
Second.
Motion to adjourn by Adam, a second by Susan. Adam, how do you vote?
Aye.
Holly?
Yes.
Nancy?
Yes.
Susan?
Yes.
And I'm an aye as well, and we are adjourned at 4:40 p.m.
Excellent.
Thanks,
Thank you,
everyone.
everybody.
I
And thank
appreciate
you-
Nice weekend.
I appreciate the committee getting together to do this, so thank you.
Thank you.
Thank
Thanks
you.
for bringing it
Thanks
forward.
always for your work.
Thank you to everybody, to Susan and Carol and everybody involved in making this happen, but also to Amanda for jumping in at the last second to take over that. Thank you.
Thank
Have
you.
a good weekend.
Have
Bye,
a good
everyone.
weekend.
Hi, everyone.
Bye.
Bye.